was just a wee commercial break there, guys. I'm back. No idea what happened. A lot of ghosties about here tonight, and they're playing with buttons. And I'm not great with buttons either, as you know. But yeah, definitely get cut off there. But you're not getting rid of me that easily. I am back. So whoever that is that's messing about with me better buck up their ideas. I was about to say that I have a question from Christine Oates, who is a dear, dear old friend of mine. And Christine is asking, will money improve and now enough rather to move house, or will this be her forever home? No, I mean, I love your house. You know that I love your house. I sleep when I come to your house. It's the only time I ever sleep, really. Many of you have been to Christine's house in the past when you've come for face-to-faces. And I love it. It's such a cosy, it's got a great wee feel around to it. However, my answer is no, you're certainly not moving in the foreseeable future, but it's neither is it your eternal home. I actually initially thought you'd be there for a lot longer than I'm about to say, but I actually feel it's only going to be about 18 months to 2 years. So I would think that there's a male involved here. Is there something you haven't told me? Because I've got something I want to tell you, or ask you, or suggest to you, or blind date you. So yeah, I would say that you're moving quicker than I thought, although it's not in the absolute foreseeable future. Okay, does that answer your question, darling? Does it? I've got a couple here that I answered earlier on that I want to just whisk through. My lovely Denise Turner, are you on here tonight, Denise? Are you here? I'm not sure if you are. And Denise asks, is there any loved ones around her just now? And there was quite a lot of things came over when I tuned into that, which I did about 15 minutes before I came live. One thing I see here, Pet, is an empty wheelchair. I'm going to move you. Well, that's a lot of funny wee. Why is there oohs and laughs going up? Never mind, I get the wee love hearts going up. I'll put bad vibes out on you. It's a love heart. So this has really started from scratch, isn't it? Because I see a lot of people that joined a minute ago that have rejoined. I wonder what happened there. I wonder why that cut off. I need to look into going to YouTube, or maybe that would be better than Facebook. Facebook, as you know, Facebook and I aren't exactly in simpatico. So Denise, darling, getting back to your thing, I felt that there's an empty wheelchair in spirit. There's two women who are very glad to be reunited. Now, I also felt that there was a male with a really lovely singing voice. But I also think that there's a male who's still alive who has a really lovely singing voice. There's a lot of spirits around you. It's probably your spirits that are causing me chaos and making me look unprofessional and unsketched. And hello, Karen McMurtry, what are you mentioning me in a comment about? Can you tell me why all this is happening to me? You certainly do have an awful lot of spirits around you, Denise. And there's too many spirits here tonight because they're causing havoc. Pressing buttons and cutting me off and making me late, and or it might just be that Facebook, or you know what I think about Facebook. Somebody's put up an angry face. I don't like to see angry faces. Don't with the angry face. Stop with the angry face. There's another one. Why are you putting up an angry face? I no like it. Gotta love hearts. Love. Let's not be angry. Let's not be naysayers. Let's love each other. So Denise, you've got a lot of spirits around you. So there's obviously a very recent passing. someone went up and, oh yeah, this is a vibe I got really strongly. Somebody that went up to heaven and sent you down. Now, we all think our wee girls are beautiful. I've got 2 daughters and 3 granddaughters, and there's nobody like them. But this person went up to spirit, up to heaven, and sent you down the cutest wee girl you've ever seen. Bright-eyed and bushy-haired, and she's an absolute wee cracker, a wee beauty. So yeah, you've got a lot of spirits around you, pet. But I hope you can relate to the male singer and alive, and that there's one on Earth who is also a beautiful singer, and the empty wheelchair, and the 2 women that are very glad to be back in touch. Okay, let me scoot over here till I scroll for another message, another comment. Okay. Okay, Leslie McTavish. I've had swollen legs for months. Doc can't find anything wrong. Can't find anything wrong, but your legs are swollen. Oh, that's an odd one. I think it's one of your meds. I think it's one of the. Are you on meds? I think it could be one of your medications that you're on, pet. I do pick you up as a really good person, a kind person, and you've got lovely, nice friends who are legit friends, who are real friends. They're not fair weather friends, they're good friends. Your mummy is around you in spirit. She looks like you. She looks like your sister. Adores you. I'm just looking at the photograph just now. She's very pretty, very pretty. And you're obviously very heartbroken as you were very close. What a pair you guys made when you were out together. Oh my goodness, that was some pairing. Who's Leo? And Bill, it's quite a common name, isn't it? I have 3 Bills tonight with you. It's 3 Bills, 3 Billies, 3 Williams, all around you. So I hope that helps you. Alrighty, let's have a look. Nikki Clegg and Anne-Marie Conley, hi. Diane Morton, hiya. Teresa Scott Forbes, hello. Carol Jameson. So I think when I went offline there, you guys all had to start from scratch. Gail Lindsay, you joined us. I did something for you at the start, I think, didn't I? Or have I still got to do it? See, I'm very torn between reading here and reading here, because things are going up here and things are going up here, and I'm going up here. Gail Lindsay, I haven't done your card, so let's do that now. Wait till I move all my shite and get your card for you, my darling. Okay. I was so organised. I was in Tesco yesterday, and you know how everything's all set up for the kids going back. Our kids only went back to school today in 5, and you know how everything's all those big walls of pucker pads and pencils and pencil and all this. Well, I was in my glory, and I was buying all stuff just for this, just for tonight, index cards and notepads and things where I could do my automatic writing and my scribbles and all that kind of thing. The women said to me, golly, have you got 10 kids? Are you buying for 10 kids? And I said, I'm not buying for any kids. They're all for me. They're all for me and for my work. She must have thought I was some sort of office stationery nutter. So let's give a wee shuffle the card. This is for Gail Lindsay. Shuffle, shuffle. And we'll pick your card pair. Okay. Let's see what we've got. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Look, I'm getting better at going. Remember, I used to be like, oh, what side am I on? Oh. So says she made an arse of it. There we go, 10 of Pentacles. This is a good card, a very family card. Family is key. I mean, I believe that family is key, as you guys know. Family is your key to success, however. Don't even try to go it alone, Gail. Allow loved and trusted people in. The picture on the card is, you can see that, can you see the old guy sitting there with the grey hair? You see him? So he's been on a very long journey and he's a very unhumble man, and he's looking at his family. He's proud of his family. The key words here really are family, success, prosperity, financial security, and it really is very, very deeply connected to the family. Long journey ending successfully. So there's been some kind of problem with regards to family, which it seemed as if it was never going to end. That's now coming to an end. You, Gail, have achieved an awful lot. So tell yourself that, remind yourself of that. Don't be too humble. Because of what you achieve or you have achieved, you will share. See how that they're all kind of, the Pentacles is a money card, basically. So can you see that? How they're all sort of sharing, and so you will share your good fortune. You fought hard to get there, but you certainly wouldn't keep it all to yourself. That's for sure. So that's a good card, Gail, because that is telling us that you have come a long way and that you've been successful and you've not to be humble about it. I've got something in my eye now. Okay, so that's nice. All right, let's see. Can I just ask everybody again? I think I did mention this the other night, to stop. You maybe don't even know that I'm on live, but if you do know I'm on live, please don't send me personal messages, because it comes up and it's blocking your comments and your questions. So please do that. Do gonna no do that, as we would say in Glasgow. Gonna no do that. Right, let's see what I've got here on my way. I wish I could talk to you. I wish I could hear your voices instead of you just hearing mine. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it, if there was some way that we could, you know how you see it on movies where on line 3 you could speak to Louise Morgan, on line 4 you could speak to Andrea Riggins. That would be nice. I'd like that. I feel a bit of a fool talking to myself. I'm always talking to myself. I was talking to myself at Christmas, because, as you know, Grandpa had a stroke at Christmas, and I was in a right tiz, and Christmas kind of just happened, and I was in Tesco one day, and I was talking to myself. Somebody actually came over and answered me. I was mortified. They were gutted laughing. They thought it was funny, but I was mortified. Carrie Skleiner, is my daughter Hope okay in heaven with my granddad? Can't even bear to think about losing a daughter. I really can't bear to think of that. Obviously, a silly thing to say, but obviously you've grieved a lot for Hope. I feel there is your grandfather, but I feel that she's mainly, I'm just looking at your photograph here, a loved one of Hope, but I feel that she's mainly been looked after by a sweet, easygoing, very house-proud woman. There's also a younger male here who, his life was very sad, but his death much more so. He was pretty nuts in life, actually, if I'm honest, and he's not in death. He's very, very calm, very, very good to be around. Very good to be around Hope and your grandfather. They're not either they're not related or they are related and they didn't go on in life because they're still going through the struggles of making up and whatnot. So your wee darling angel is there. She's there around you, and I don't even know what else to say because I can't imagine losing a daughter. Do something positive with that, Carrie. Do something. Pain is something that we can often work to our advantage, turn into an advantage. Pain is more powerful than love. Um, so find a way of using that pain and use it to yours and maybe other people's advantage. But I'm so sorry for your loss, pet. That's horrific. Let's see what else we've got. Diane McCallum, please can I have something? I came to our idyllic house in Fife many years ago. It was all purple. Yeah, that idyllic house is long gone. Buttercup. I'm in a shoebox now. Although I'm still overlooking the idyllic house that was Athena's childhood home and where mum died in my arms in that house, and I overlook it. So yeah, I still love purple, but I don't have any purple in this house. Jill Brown would like to know if you feel anything for me, please. Just feel like giving up. Oh, Jill, 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 don't give up. No, God, don't give up. Don't give up, pet. You still get far too much to do in this earth. You put on such a brave face. You're always smiling and cheering everybody else on. Oh, don't feel like that. Message me afterwards, would you? I don't want you to feel like that. You're young, you're beautiful, and you've got so much to give up on. I'm picking up on an older gent in body and alive, and I'm worried about his health. He's one that is having a hip or knee replacement, maybe even as we speak, or certainly in the very foreseeable future. I've also got. I've often asked if our spirits do come over, if our animal spirits do come over, and yeah, they do, because my eyes are, you've seen me kind of messing about with my eyes because there's definitely some kind of something in here that I'm allergic to. But there's this big soft galoot of a cat in heaven that's very much around you, Jill Brown, blind in one eye or just clumsy or both. Big stupid looking thing. You wouldn't have thought it was a big stupid looking thing. It was your wee baby, and I shouldn't say it was a big stupid looking galoot of a thing. Beautiful cat. Stupid. But it was very clumsy. It kept banging into things, knocking things over, etc., etc. So that wee cat is very much around you, but it's a big cat. I almost thought it was a dog there for a minute, but I don't think you're a doggy person, would I be right? Another vibe. A young male that you love very much, drinking too much. Says she who had a Southern Comfort shandy the other night. I don't drink, but I got my lovely friend Nigel got me a litre bottle of Southern Comfort for my birthday, and my lovely friend Kath, as I call her, my name's Catherine, Kath, got me another bottle of Southern Comfort. So the other night I was just feeling a wee bit pissed off and a wee bit lonely and on my own and feeling sorry for myself. So poured myself a glass full of Southern Comfort with a tiny wee toasty bit of lemonade in it, and it was rather, let me tell you. So, all joking aside, Jill Brown, this young male, he is young, good looking, dark, broody eyes, not always clean shaven. Really, he's in danger if he doesn't stop drinking or pull it back a bit. He really seriously will need help, and by that I mean drying out and going to rehab and all of that carry on. So somebody needs to step in, whoever can get round this guy get them to get round him, because he's not. When he started off drinking, he was starting off because he was numbing the pain. He was running away from pain. We all do that, you know. We go to doctors and we're feeling down or depressed or suicidal or absolutely out of our minds with something, and we go to the doctor and the doctor says, right, here's medications. Well, that's just hitting the big easy button as far as I'm concerned. And sometimes that's all we can cope with, you know. But sometimes we really do need to find out what the root of the problem is. Why do we feel that way? What happened to make us feel that way? And what can we do about it? How can we learn from it? How can we grow from it? And how can we help ourselves? Tablets are just the easy way out. They are not the answer for everybody. They're the answer for some, but they're not the answer for everybody. And this is what I feel this young guy, who's really good looking and dark, is drinking too much because he's numbing the pain. He's not numbing the pain now. The pain, let's say, is very much numbed. He's very numb, but he does need help. You, Jill Brown, need to sleep. You don't sleep. I don't sleep. You don't sleep. You don't take sleeping tablets, I don't think. I take sleeping tablets, and I still don't sleep. Talking about pressing the big the big easy button, yeah. Give me the tablets. I've not got time to look deep into myself and find out why I don't sleep. I don't sleep because it's a hereditary thing. None of us slept. One of my first ever earliest memories, I must have been about 3 or 4, and my wee nana, Elizabeth Drowning from Barhead, who I adored, and she was married to Bill Browning, who has the Bill Browning suite in the Clumber Club in Barhead, and I adored my nana. She died when I was heavily pregnant with Natalie, and I loved her to bits. And one of my earliest memories was taking her hot milk. I would be about 4, honestly, I'd be about 4, maybe 5, and I was making hot milk, and I always put it in a wee saucer, her Mogadon tablet, showing my age here, Mogadon tablet, and her 2 wee cocodamol tablets, torturing through with this, with her hot milk and her pills. So yeah, and Mum couldn't sleep. I don't think my brothers sleep well either. My girls don't sleep. I don't sleep. I was going to tell you something else about that there, and I've completely gone off track. That's not like me. But you need to sleep. So do some. I mean, there are things that you can do. I've not got time to do them, but I will get round to it. Do some deep breathing, take up a hobby or an art. I paint. I'm now an artiste. I got told today by one, well, I didn't get told. I watched something on YouTube with the lovely Cinnamon Coyne, who was asked a question by somebody else. When can you call yourself an artist? And that the answer is when you put paint to canvas. So I've put paint to canvas, so I'm an artist now. What's Gail saying? Wait a minute. No, I've missed you, Pet. It's gone up. So you need to sleep. Take up a hobby. I don't know, anything that relaxes you, anything that you enjoy. Go for it. Go for a 10-minute stroll just before bed. Wee glass of hot milk. I'll come and make it for you and toddle it on through to you. Do you have a child living at a distance? Would that be about right, Jill Brown? If you do, why don't you uproot and go and be with them? Because is there anything really there for you where you are? I'm not all that sure. Okay, I'm going to do another card. Can I just read out a couple of other, just because we get lost halfway through, and because Linda Conan is saying, can she watch this later on? Yeah, you can. You can watch it. It gets posted, so yeah, you can watch it, because that's when I watch it and go, why did I say that, or why did I do that, or why do I look like a bloody gerbil on camera? So yeah, you can watch it after it's finished. So I want to say happy birthday to Catherine Burns, who's currently in New York. We're not jealous, because we're here with each other. Very jealous. Someone having or had, no, someone having or is about to have an asthma attack, and it's at 10:10 at night, UK time, and you've got no inhalers. Go and get an inhaler before. If you're feeling your chest tight, and you, as an asthmatic, you'll know the signs. So please go and get that fixed. Go get somebody to give you an inhaler, because if you have an inhaler, sorry, I'm just reading a message. Okay, if you don't have an inhaler and you have an asthma attack, then you're in trouble, obviously. So please, whoever that is, go and get an inhaler if you've not already done so. The other worry that I have is that I picked up on someone who has an unlabelled bottle of clear water, either in the fridge or under the sink or in a cupboard, that is dangerous. I don't know what's in it, whether it's white spirits, turpentine, vodka, tequila, whatever it is. I can see a child holding this. So if it's a child, it's not necessarily going to be able to read. So I would get this dangerous bottle of white liquid well out of the reach of this child. Okay? Do it. Right, I'm going to do a card. Alrighty. Just reading some of your messages just now. Carol Jameson, I'm listening to you, Katie. I'm just a bit busy. Okay. Stop doing what you're doing immediately. Sit down and listen to every syllable that comes out my gob. And I'm just joking. I wonder how many of you are on laptops and how many of you are on phones. My eyesight's too bad to do this on a phone. Catherine Smith, you're losing your mum soon. I'm so sorry, pet. I will look out for you once I'm finished, either tonight or tomorrow. Brenda Shaw's joined. Hi, Brenda. Eileen Martin, you don't sleep, so you get it. Chris Avery, you did ask a specific question with a photo on the blog page, but if there's anything else coming through, I'd love to hear it. So you did it on the group. I've added the Ghost Whisperer to my group, just so that you can differentiate between the like, which is what I'm talking to just now, because there's two groups, there's two Katie Coyne's My Psychic Eyes blog. One's a group and one's a like page. So I've added the Ghost Whisperer, which is my HarperCollins gave me that name when I published my last book entitled The Ghost Whisperer. So that's why I've added that there, just so that you're able to differentiate between the two. The Ghost Whisperer is the group where you can post your photographs and your comments and your questions, but you can't do it while we're live. Alrighty. So here's what a card. Who wants a card? Nell Green, you're the first person I saw, so I'm going to pick one for you, Nell Green. And you have picked, excuse me, the Knight of Cups. We've got a lot of young men in our cards tonight. Oh, ho-hee, ho-hee, ho. You know what that's all about. You haven't told me your date of birth. I haven't got your photograph either, because you're just getting a card. See, I'm still not used to this, so there's your Knight of Cups. This is a great card for, it's a very romantic card, the Knight of Cups. You or someone that you love. Can you see it? Can you see it quite clearly? You or someone that you love has waited a long time for love, and it's happening now. This guy is a good wee dude, even though he's a knight, so he's the younger male. It could be a female, but it's more likely to be a male. He brings offers and opportunities. All the cups are optimistic. All the cups, the suit of cups. You've got the pentacles, the cups, the wands, and the swords. The cups are all optimistic cards. They're all good cards, unless they're reversed, and that's a different story altogether. But the Knight of Cups brings things. We like people that bring things, especially young men. So, who brings things? A postman, a delivery boy. Who brings things? Somebody who brings things. So somebody's bringing you things, but he's bringing you a very, very crucial message. And it's romantically linked. So that's a nice wee Brucey bonus for you. The other meaning of this card is completions, early completions. Now that could be anything from a road that you take to your work that you're held up in for half an hour every day and it really pisses you off, and it gets completed early and you're like, ooh, you don't have to wait in the great big long queue. Or it could be the early delivery of a baby, a due date, early completion of a new house. I'm not being general because this isn't a vibe. Remember, this is doing the tarot cards is very, very different from me doing my vibes. I would be specific when it was my vibes, but this is tarot and you're not as specific. But it does talk of an early completion. Look at how handsome he is, and look at his lovely steed. Ooh. And love, we see him bring surprises, lovely surprises. So if you're single, you will be swept off your feet. And if you're attached, a new man and a new, more thoughtful man will be born. Hurrah! That sounds nice. Okay, so let's see. I always get a runny nose when I come and do this. Why is that? Can anybody tell me why that is? And I don't have anything around me to wipe it, and I'm from my head, but I'm not going to go like that because that would just so not be ladylike. I hate the side. I hate my profile. Something definitely has got. Is somebody talking about getting the boobs done? Because all of a sudden, instead of your quit, I'm not even joking. Look, I'm not even joking. Something really, really weird is happening in this job tonight. That's telling me about. I've had my boobs done. I don't need. I've got 3 boobs, but that one is really, really weird. Let me get back to where I should be at. The other thing I want to ask you guys not to do is, please don't message me, send me private messages if you're wanting a reply on here during one of my live chats. Only private message me if you want it for my blog to be answered. Like Dear Katie, and for me to give you my answers. Alrighty. Okay, let me just see. Hold on, if I've got anything else that's written down. It's 10:15 already. I don't know where the time goes. It just flies. It just flies. Be nice for a card. Kirsty Townsley. Right, Kirsty, do you a card, pet? Kirsty. Kim Stevenson, great books. Love them all. Thank you, darling. Yeah, I've got 3 books out. And I did have a 4th one, but it is currently lost somewhere at JFK Airport. Laura Lawson saying we need to leave this live feed to go to the Ghost Whisperer. Oh, that's a good point as well, isn't it? That means that you guys need to leave to go into the other. Maybe you guys all need 2 devices as well. Oh, we need to get a better plan. We need to get a better plan. If anybody knows of another way that we can do this, where I can see your question here on the one laptop, in your comments with a question and with with a question with your photograph and all that, all in, instead of having to go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and up and down. And if somebody knows of a way they can do that, because I think on the whole, what's happening is when you can't do it, you can't post your question, you can't post your photograph, and that's a nightmare. So, oh, Kirsty, you picked me, the psychic queen, the high priestess. Do you like pomegranates? She's surrounded by pomegranates, highly desired by more than one person. Well, it's not me then. Right, so this is for Kirsty. Yeah, no, seriously, she's surrounded by pomegranates. I mean, nearly fell off the edge of the world again now. You've got a great intuition and a great common sense. This we know. I agree with that vibe-wise. I feel you wear a veil around you, but not a wall. And those that deserve to get to know you can easily penetrate the veil, and those who don't, they don't, they don't penetrate the veil. Those that know you don't even see the veil, and those that don't deserve to know you see the veil and they can't get through. She's very wise. You are very wise. Take time now to tap into your intuition. You're running around like a headless chicken, I feel. There's somebody that you're missing just now, but not somebody that's in spirit. Is there somebody that's gone to a distance? You're missing somebody that's moved away. Either it's not just somebody on holiday, because it's a bit naff. It would need to be a bit more serious than that. So you're missing somebody that's far away. And another nice vibe is, can I come with you when you go? You're going to buy a whole new complete outfit. Now, some of you know that I used to be quite a serious shopaholic. My name is Katie and I'm a shopaholic. It was a real problem back in the day. I used to go out and buy a pair of earrings and then get an outfit to go around it. So it was quite serious. So, but you are going to buy a complete new outfit for a special occasion in September. Now, have a wee look at this bird here. This is a very sexual card, the High Priestess, incidentally. Have a look. You see the B and the J? Dirty minds. It does not mean that. The B on one pillar stands for Boaz, B-O-A-Z, and that talks about his strength. And the J is for Jakin, which means established, well established. Look at all the pomegranates. Are you I don't like pomegranates. Are you a fan of pomegranates? So it is a very good card, a very spiritual card. And it basically means if you could just tune into yourself and have faith in your intuition, then you could do a lot. Katie Long, Snotty Nose is the story of my life. I didn't say snotty nose, I wouldn't use such a word. I mean, just a bit runny. I think it's because I've got my fan on here and I've not got any windows open because that bloody cat keeps bringing in mice. Mice, dead and alive. So, okay, let's see where we're at. I know, SG, I know you've commented on everything, darling. There's just so many and I don't get to see them. Caroline spirits are playing with me, yep. Oh, that's nice that you're all interacting. Somebody's talking about a feather or a robin or a butterfly or sometimes pennies. These are all spiritual, these are indeed all spiritual signs. You guys know that my personal opinion isn't that if you see a feather, that it means that it's your loved one. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that there's spirits up there that we get wings when we go up there. what I do believe is that if you see a feather or a robin, my mum always talked about the robin as being Granny McLaughlin, who I've always believed is my spiritual guide. Although she died 2 years before I was born. But what it does mean, if you see a shiny penny or a robin or a feather, it does mean that you think about that person that you're mourning for. And when you think about the person that you're mourning for, they're there. That's why they come into your mind, because they're there. Okay? But everybody's entitled to their own beliefs and their own and if that's what makes you happy and gives you comfort, absolutely go for it. But in my mind, there's like 10,000 birds up there somewhere, and it's more likely that they drop in the odd feather. But that's not to dismiss your own beliefs in that. A feather can bring somebody a lot of comfort. But what is, I would say, is very true is when you think of the person, or you hear a song and it reminds you of them, or you have a smell that reminds you of them, then yeah, I would say that's them definitely there. Spirits have got very many ways to communicate with us. One of them being electricity, a massive way of communicating. The spirit's an energy, electricity's an energy, and we're an energy. So that's why you can have all these ones who turn the television on and off, turn lights on and off. I remember years and years ago, many years ago, we were talking about my nana earlier. We heard a message through Mum's answering machine from her about 6 weeks after she died. So yeah, I definitely do feel that there's definitely ways and means of contacting us. I've yet to come across an evil spirit, which I'm very lucky, touch wood. I mean, after 33 years, I've never come across an evil spirit. I once had an old lady with dementia take hold of my body, and I became that old woman, which was terrifying for the family. But other than that, no, I think any kind of comfort you can get at all, take it. Absolutely take it. Shona Walker from Barhead, will you change jobs? I think you have to instigate this change yourself. I don't think you should wait on the ship sinking, as it were. I think, yes, you should go out and you should look for it. I feel you've been doing this job, or at least this type of job, for a long time. You could do it with your hands tied behind your back. You're bored, you're stagnant, and it's time now to challenge yourself. I definitely think that. If you view Facebook not on the app on your phone but on the Internet Explorer, so you can have two tabs open and view everything like you want on your computer or tablet or whatever. But that's what I do. I've lost your comment now, but that's what I'm doing. I've got one laptop here open in my like page with the camera, and here I've got the other one. I've got my Ghost Whisperer group page opened up with all your messages. Mary Chamberlain, will I have another baby? I have the feeling that you lost a baby, Mary, am I correct? Did you lose a baby? I feel that wee baby's coming back, but I think it's coming back a good bit later. You're 30 something just now. I wouldn't say 30 what, but I'm trying to work it out. Okay, so I know where you're at. You're 30 something just now. I would say that we could be looking up to 5 years. So kind of a menopause with feet there. So yeah, an answer to that is yes, I do feel to have another baby, but it'll come not when you're expecting it, as babies tend to do. Babies have their own agenda. Fate is its own agenda. We all use this phrase, "What's for you won't go past you." That's not a true phrase, and I am here to tell you why. Let's say you're working in Tesco and you're meant to be a lawyer. Well, while you're working in Tesco, everything that's for you is going past you over at the lawyer department. All the people that you're meant to be with, all the happiness, stability, security, people that are in your life, meant to be in your life, etc., etc. So what's for you can go past you very easily because you're backing up the wrong tree, essentially. And that's why so many of us, I think, get into such a pickle, because we're not with fate and tens. But what I do believe is that everything happens for a reason, and often that is fate trying to get us to sit up and take note and say, right, okay, I shouldn't be at Tesco here, I should be over here at doing this law, or doing, or you know, working for pt, or whatever. Okay, so I hope that answers that. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I need to get these people cleared out of my, get out of my house, because there is an awful lot of spirits. I don't know if there's somebody, maybe there's somebody that's watching just now that literally had a death today, and that's why there's so many spirits here. But I mean, there's always, not often, there's always a lot of spirits when I do these live things, or when I do a show, or whatever. There's always loads, but tonight there's an exceptional amount. So that's it's not disconcerting me, because it doesn't. I love my ghosts. It's dead mice and alive mice and spiders that I don't like. Tracy Ann McKenzie, my phone crashed, and it was me replying about the pennies and stuff. Yeah, you see, there's quite a lot. Michelle Berry, her niece, had her phone. She was watching Peppa Pig. Missing you for the kids. See, that's what we do, isn't it? We're selfless. Lisa B is asking who your guide is. There's another thing that I believe in. Here's me and my, because I'm not, as you guys know, I'm not somebody that burns sage and cleanses my aura, gets all pledge out and cleanses my aura and all that kind of stuff. I like to just talk about it very much as just as plainly as possible, and as easy to understand as possible. So I mean, I do, you guys know this. I think there's heaven and there's earth, and that's it. And it's an unseen parallel. I think that's how close we were, how close we are. I was once told many years ago that I had a Zulu girl called Mo around me. At that time, I'd lost my nana, daddy, good friend of mine had died. Where are they? Where's daddy? Where's Moira? Where's Nana? Why would I want a Zulu girl called Mo around me? So I'm not a great believer in that. I think our spirit guides are our loved ones, are the ones that we've known in life and who've died and we've mourned and we've lost. So that's just my feeling on it, guys. But as I say, everybody's different. Everybody's got their own beliefs. It's the same with any religion. People have got their own beliefs, their own way of thinking about things, and everybody's entitled to that. These are just mine. I just don't think it has to be all that complicated. I think it can be a lot less complicated than people, some people in my field, shall we say, make out about cleansing auras and all this. No, I don't need to circle a room and do a wee war dance before I get a spirit coming over. They're either there or they're not. And if I'm tuned in, then they're there. One thing I do believe is that I would never, ever disturb a spirit. They always need to come to me. Okay, so I will post when I'm going to be on next. I reckon it's probably going to be Friday or Saturday, but I'll post it. And please go to my group page, put your question, your photograph, date of birth, and your location. Doesn't have to be your full address and postcode. Somebody mentioned the other day, good point, that it's maybe a bit of a security risk putting your location, but I don't need to say that you live at 17 Barhead, Glasgow G78. I only want to know, are you in the UK, are you in the US, are you in Canada? Only because I'm nosy. You don't even have to do it. It means nothing to the vibes. It's just me being absolutely nosy. So, to recap, on my like page, which is where you are just now watching this, is where I'll do my live chats. To post your photograph and your question and your date of birth, do it over on my Psychic Eyes blog, The Ghost Whisperer, which is the group. Put it in the comments over there. And I will ever read it, everybody that's commented tonight, and I'll take notes. You saw me doing that tonight, taking some notes on that I'd taken earlier and reading them out tonight. And I'll do that again. Don't think that just because you're not answered tonight that you won't get answered. I will answer some, but I would like a whole new fresh start, and I would like people to go over onto my group page and put your, in the comments, put your photograph clear, make sure I can see your eyes, your question be specific as possible so that I can answer as specific, I can nearly talk, breaking these teeth in for a horse. So you're in the comments, put your photograph clearly where I can see your eyes, your question as specific as possible so that I can reply as specific as possible, your date of birth, and if you feel like it, your location. So that goes on my group, and I'll always get you here on the live on my like page. Please give lots of likes, because Facebook apparently worked with this algorithm that the more likes you have, the less they're on your back. And as you know, they've been on my back quite a bit for going too fast and doing too much. The spam bots go, it's her again, let's block her for 2 weeks. So, and please share. I am running a competition just now where I'm giving away 2 Skype readings, full Skype readings, and 2 full email readings, each priced at £90 each. So it's a good prize. What I need you to do is add people, share either the live feed, the live chat, share the page. Don't tag people, because that's not working out. But you can share and you can like and you can tell people all about it. Alrighty, I will read all your comments, I promise, before I go to sleep, because I always come off of these things on a high. I'll try and make it much more smooth. I found out what the Hollyoaks omnibus went on at the beginning of this tonight, where it was saying that I couldn't access the camera. And if you've got any feedback or tips or hints, because remember, this is only my 3rd time, so I'm still a wee bit of a friction, gonna let me know. But be nice, because I'm nice. Doesn't cost you anything to be nice. Alright guys, love you loads. Thank you so much for your support already. I mean, you guys are just the best. And if I can help you, I certainly will try. Okay, wherever you are in the world, stay safe, love one another, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Good night. No, you're stuck with me, I'm back. I can't now get it to end. I can't get it to fucking well start. Now I can't get it to end. Oh, this is a joke. Oh well, you just have to watch me and you can watch me sleep and all this kind of thing. Now there's a thing coming up saying if you end this live video, you'll be able to choose if you want to save it or delete it. Well, I'm not going to delete it because it's fabulous. Okay, night guys.